Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Good evening, it's 7 o'clock and welcome along everybody to Airshow World with Stu Bear in the chair. I hope you're having a very good Friday evening and hopefully we'll make it even better. So thank you to everybody for joining us this evening. Coming up on tonight's show, we have Royal International Air Tattoo, Coningsby Typhoons, Airshow World followers, a little bit of motor racing with Julie from Alton Park. Also, we have Cosford and lots of other little bits in between. And so thank you everybody for joining us. I'll give you all a good mention right after the first item, okay? So great to have you. Keep the messages coming into the chat room and I'll give you a good mention very, very soon. But let's start the show in style by heading over to the Royal International Air Tattoo. This was a departure video taken right about 2012. Here we go. Enjoy this. It's great.
The runway at the moment is doing a bird scaring duty.
Well, spoken, place is ready for departure.
Fairfield Ground, Belgian Air Force 668 for a radio check. How do you read me over?
Belgian Air Force 335.
Well, thank you for the radio check.
Tower 304, good morning, ready for departure.
Air Force 302, runway 27, cleared to take off. The surface wind is 260 degrees at 7 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, Swiss Air Force 302. Okay, Airborne 123.55.
Echo 1 and 2, right, good day.
Okay, 123.55 on the main go.
Tech uniform behind the departing Super Puma at Foxtrot North, line up and wait, runway 27.
Good morning, Golf Bravo Zulu Golf Kilo is ready for taxi.
Bravo Zulu Golf Kilo, roger, taxi to Foxtrot South, hold short, runway 27. Uniform, runway 27, clear for takeoff. Wind is 250 degrees.
Golf Delta Echo Uniform.
Good morning, Golf Bravo Zulu Golf Kilo.
Golf Zulu Golf Kilo, good morning, and Foxtrot, line up and wait, runway 27.
Line up and wait 27, Golf Bravo Zulu Golf Kilo.
Runway 27, clear for takeoff.
By the way, I've got to say a big happy birthday, just butting in for a second, to our very own Kirk Ferrari. Happy birthday, Kirk. And also good luck to Andy Hare as well. Good luck, mate.
Leader 8, good morning to you, John. Really fine. I'm looking for a leader vehicle in purple for the Danish CL60.
The ground, Danish Air Force 1717, Chris taxi.
Danish Air Force 1717, hello to you, with leader vehicle number 8, continuing to Fox South, hold short, runway 27.
Ground, Echo Sierra Tango Lima Fox, Breitling 5, good morning.
Breitling 5, good morning to you.
I am on the former Delta taxiway, south side, ready for startup for VFR to Campbell.
Breitling 5, roger. Can you just speak to clearance delivery, please, on 126.15? They have your details.
12615 with the delivery. Fairfield Tower, good morning, Breitling 5 and Delta, ready to line up after the German airport departure.
Breitling 5, roger, hold position.
Only.
Breitling 5, runway 27, clear for takeoff. The wind is 240 degrees, 8 knots.
Breitling 5 taking off runway 1006 Max and 477 in the bus.
That's correct. Line up runway 27 and wait expect departure in 90 seconds.
Wait, Danish Air Force 1717.
Falcon, Fairfield ground.
Falcon, go ahead.
Falcon, looking on the departure details we have for the Reds, we think they're working on their hard time of 0830 Zulu.
French Cross 7410 is clear to line up, correct?
That is correct.
Copy, lining up. So, clear takeoff, it will be transformation takeoff departure, 15 seconds space in between.
Roger.
Red Arrows, 10 aircraft, all dual request start.
Red Arrows, your start is approved.
Good. South line up, wait, runway 27.
Line up and wait. Clear takeoff.
Falcon 27 clear for takeoff. The wind is 230 degrees at 8 knots.
Falcon clear takeoff.
To the right hand circuit.
Falcon. Ground Red Arrows, contacting.
Red Arrows, roger. This is
Red Arrows, copy. We're happy with that leader vehicle.
Okay, you can make your own way there to Foxtrot North End.
Foxtrot North and hold short 27 Red Arrows.
And any leader vehicles in green for the DC-3?
Ground leader 5 can make my way there. I'll be 3 or 4 minutes.
Leader 5, roger, thank you.
Leader 3.
Leader 3, grand.
The Hawk that you asked for to be under tow is actually the Global Hawk situated in Brown, and its engineers comment it's a very rickety thing.
Okay, thank you. We've got some sellotape in the tower if you need that.
3747774 miles.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. I just love that last comment on the air traffic control on that. Absolutely brilliant. Well, good evening to everybody. A little bit more volume on that. Well, how the devil are you? Let's have a quick look who's in the chat room this evening, because don't forget, as always, you guys are the most important. And who have we got? We've got, I think it's Benny Boa, or something like that. Some of these names always confuse me. We've got Gary Inge, Shane Smith. We also, of course, Julie's with us. And also we have Gary Inge, Clive Everly. Let's go right through the list. We've got Shane Smith. We also got to say hi to Amy Wilson. Hi, Amy. And also, hey, we've got Mid-Atlantic RR and Aeroplanes giving us lots of good information as always. That's what it's all about. If you got something to say, hey, put it in the chat room. Long as it's always respectful to everybody, please do. We have our good friend Steve, SHGP Virtual Aviation. We also have, who else? Daryl. Hello, Daryl. Nice to see you. Clive Jones. Hey, we've got some of his videos coming up very, very soon on Guess the Location. Can you guess it right this week? I'm sure you can. It's a pretty easy one this evening. Phoebe Stern. Good evening to you, Phoebe. Keezy as well. And also, who else have we got here? Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Excuse me. Morris Moon. Hello, Morris. Good to see you as well. Kirk Ferrari. We mentioned Kirk. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Kirk. Oliver's with us. Oliver was the very first in the chat room this evening. Jane Hawkins. Good evening to you as well. And Jim Gemmell. Justin Waddington. We've got Michael and Ethan. Hello, Ethan. Hope the holiday's going well. And Jake Jackson. I tell you what, I shall get back to the chat room, mention a few more people very, very soon. And also, just before I go to the next feature, a very good evening to Andy Hare. Okay, I'm going to start the next feature because my voice is go to go. Here we go, right now. Oh, that is better. Okay. Apologies for that. Okay. The next item right now. We're going back to Coningsby. Also, a very good evening to Marjorie. Nice to see you. Shane Smith. Phoebe Stern. Also, hi to Jay Jackson, Jim Gemmell, James Fennelly. Also, a very good evening to Keith B, JD Fisher, and I also notice we've got my good mate. Well, you're all my good friends. Mark Webber Webster. Hiya, Mark. Good to see you. And this particular video, this was taken last October, nicely being warmed up by those jet engines.
Tony Prince.
That's me. How you doing? This is your royal ruler, Tony Prince, and hi there! Watching the Air Show World with Stu Bear.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tony, many, many thanks for that. Coming up for you, straight into the next feature, we go back to Cosford. One of their air shows, I think it was around about 2012, 2013. Starting off with some Spitfires and lots of other aircraft coming up for you right now.
2 Hurricanes, 2 Spitfires.
Battle on landing from runway 06, you'll all be to the end and right.
All to the end and right, copied.
Battle 1, final spinner.
Final get.
Battle 2, clear to land and turn.
Landing turn 2. Sorry, that's battle 4 is the second one.
Battle 4, understood, land and turn.
Landing turn, battle 4.
Battle 3, fouls get out.
Battle 3, clear to land and turn.
Landing turn, battle 3. Battle 1, slow on the right.
There's lots of personnel down here, boys. Take it easy.
Battle, if you just hold your position there now, maybe he's got to park you on the right on the grass, or right on the grass, stand by.
Tiger 17 at the hold.
Tiger 17, Cosford display. Roger, good afternoon. You are cleared to display. Runway 06 right is in use and the QFE 1004.
26, 1004, clear display, Tiger 17.
Oh, he's upside down. Oh, that's a good start. So if he had his wheels extended, they'd be up, but he hasn't.
Well, I tell you what, Jane, I think we can find you a little bit of civil aircraft as well later in the show, so don't you dare go anywhere. I think we're going to go in cockpit in a civil aircraft as well, so hey, it's all coming up for you. A bit of everything tonight. Even a little bit of motor racing as well, hey. And a few adverts, a few things to tell you about. In fact, I've got a lot of things to tell you about, but right now, I'll let you hear the sight and sounds of this F-16.
The aircraft says that he's doing an outside turn. He'll be on the outside of this, which means he's pushing negative G and the blood's all rushing to his head. Very uncomfortable. See from the way the smoke streams off the trailing edge, it goes off at a completely different angle to the aircraft. Suddenly, he's taken the car right off the beat. You'll see that high angle of attack and the smoke coming upwards from the wing.
Hey, how could I have forgotten Michaela? Hey, Michaela, I just saw you in the chat room. Lovely to see Michaela, as always. Also, hi to Kev. We've got Mike B. If I do miss you, hey, just put your message again and I'll certainly, hopefully see it.
Good afternoon, crossing runway 06 to QFE 1004, and you've been cleared to display on the radar.
Also, hi to our lovely LT Viper pilot over there in...
Nice display, sir.
She's in Seattle. Well, near Seattle anyway. Hope you're having a good morning over there.
Meteor was originally made by Gloucester Aviation. And as you can see, a twin-engined aeroplane, two Rolls-Royce Derwent engines, looking quite bulbous, centrifugal turbojets they were called. About 7,000 pounds of static thrust.
Well, Steve, SHGP, you make sure Chloe's watching, okay?
7,000 pounds from the F-16's engine that we were seeing just now, all from a single engine. So Meteor designed by George Carter. He'd previously worked on the Gloucester Gladiator, an old biplane. And he'd also designed the first British jet aircraft of all, the E-2839, that allowed Frank Whittle's Powerjet's W1 engine to get airborne in 1941. So Meteors were used successfully against the B-1 Doodlebug flying bombs in the defence of London. They were fast enough to catch up with them. as of course were some of the late
Thank you very much there, Mark Kettle. Thank you for the message. Much appreciated. Also, Nat Shaw. Kevin Henry. How are you, Kevin? Bulldog 617 Squadron. If you'd like a mention, don't forget, just put a message into the chat room and I'll certainly do my very best to say hi. Meanwhile, let's get back to the sound of this wonderful Meteor.
Part of 616 Squadron. So the reason this model of Meteor looks like it's got an extended nose is that it's an NF-11, a Night Fighter 11, which actually included some early radar. And built not by Gloucester's, but by Armstrong Whitworth. She's painted in the colours of 141 Squadron at RAF Coltishall. So it's rather nice now that the Air Atlantic Classic Air Force have been able to return her to her birthplace at Coventry.
Thanks for that, Morris. Letting everybody know this, unfortunately, it's been exported to the USA. Oh, not another one.
I can remember flying in the back of one of these when I was training to be a navigator. They sat you in the back and gave you a funny navigation aid called G. And you got to look into the radar and stuff and things like that.
Oh, you can't beat a carrot there, Jake.
In its role as a night fighter, it was, for the time, reasonably heavily armed. 4 Hispano cannon in the outer wings, 20mm cannon. Could almost get to 500 miles an hour. So faster than the contemporary Spitfires, but not by a huge amount. So John Corley giving us a lovely, gentle display.
Hey, also good evening to Callan Fisher. Keeping us well entertained and keep the messages coming. It's much appreciated.
She's the same age as the Vulcan, this aeroplane. She'll see the Vulcan.
If you've never taken part in the chat room before, hey, all you have to do is subscribe to Airshow World. And I'll certainly do my very best to say hi.
Prepared to pay for it, really. Specialises in vintage aircraft.
Also, hi to Andrew Austin. Good evening, he says. Good evening, Stu.
He says he's happily married, living in Leicestershire and bringing up a future young pilot.
Thanks very much for that there, Steve. Much appreciated.
For final pass.
Yep.
Hey, Jet Pro 324.
Pro 324, Costa display, runway 06, the QFE 1004, and you're clear to display.
061004, Jet Pro 324, 2 minutes just to leave.
Hi, I'm Chloe HG, and you are watching Airshow World with Stu Bear.
And coming up right now on Airshow World, it's that time of the show to find out what some of the Airshow World followers have been doing. Oh, Chloe, many thanks for sending that in. And right now, coming up for you, guess the location. Where the heck is this? You know what to do? Just put the answer right in the chat room. It's an easy one today. And this is part of our Airshow World Followers series that we do every week. And if you'd like to take part in this, all you got to do is just send me an email across. This one, courtesy of our very own Clive Jones. Thank you, Clive. Let's have a look, see if anybody's got that yet. Where in the world is it? I'll give you a clue. It's in England again. Yes, could be Cornwall. I want the exact location. By the seaside. And just look at that sea. That is beautiful. Jake Jackson's on the ball, on the money. Definitely, it's Nuki. Good evening to you, Paul. Paul Murphy says hello from Ireland. Is it Blackpool? Definitely. Don't get seas like that, do you, hey? Down in Blackpool. Absolutely beautiful. And we've got more coming up very, very soon from Clive. And he's got one of these drones, obviously, as you can see. And some beautiful video footage. If you'd like to take part in that feature that we do every week at this time, which is called Airshow World Followers, doesn't have to be from a drone. It can be absolutely anything, okay? So if you'd like to send some video footage across, and I'll give you a mention. If you've got a YouTube channel, I can mention that as well. Or Instagram, whatever. If you'd like to be part of Airshow World Followers, send me an email. The email address, of course, is stu, S-T-U, at airshowworld.com. It's as simple as that. Keep the messages coming into the chat room. It's fantastic to have your company, and keep on enjoying the show. We got lots more coming up for you, and also we're going to be given a good mention about this air show that's coming up. Well, it's more than an air show. It's the Victory Show at Cosby in Leicestershire. We're going to be telling you more about that just a little bit later in the show. And yep, you bet we have got some civil aircraft coming up. That's a little bit later. But meanwhile, right now, hey, if you look carefully, you may see a stealth, the B-2 bomber coming up pretty soon. But hey, we go back right now to one more time, back to the Royal International Air Tattoo.
Shelby 13 is a vibrary.
Shelby 13, roger, thank you. Continue on your own navigation, avoid Bryce space, and cleared en route. Good day.
And I gotta tell you, my favourite day of the whole weekend of air shows at the Royal International Air Tattoo, the departure day. Enjoy these takeoffs.
Irish 263, runway 27, you clear for takeoff. The wind is 240, 6 knots.
Clear takeoff, runway 27, Irish 263.
Copy, hold short of runway 27 on Foxtrot profiles, Japan Air Force 601.
Japan Air Force 601.
Japan Air Force 601 via holding point, Foxtrot South, Sklon, light up and wait, runway 27.
Japan Air Force 601, line up and wait, runway 27.
Golf Foxtrot Mike, take the next left turn off the runway at Charlie. Next left at Charlie.
Go ahead.
Okay, you will be departing to the Yeovilton area, where you will have to join up as an 8 ship before you get to prior to entering controlled airspace. So I want you to join up in the Yeovilton area.
Roger, copy, and there'll be 9 ship, 5+4.
Twister formation, I have your clearance.
I have a twister.
Twister formation, Fairford North departure, squawk 4775.
Fairford North, talking 4775 for twister and ready taxi.
Twister, roger, are you in front of the grobs or behind them?
You'll be behind the grobs.
Okay, follow the grobs to our Foxtrot North, runway 27.
Follow the grobs, Foxtrot North, twister.
10, enter runway 27, backtrack, vacate at Charlie North.
38 following the leader, backtracking and vacate Charlie North.
Japan Air Force 601, thank you for coming. Bring some Eagles next time. 13455, 13455, bye-bye.
that Black Eagles starting?
Roger, Black Eagles.
Is that the 3 aircraft that are going to Farnborough?
Black Eagles, 3 aircraft starting.
Black Eagles, roger.
Via Foxtrot North, line up 27.
Line up 27 for Twister.
Okay, leader 6 and Swiss 507 to holding point Foxtrot South, runway 27.
Holding point Foxtrot South, 27, leader 6 inside, Swiss Air Force 5.
Clear for takeoff with them inside, 2509 knots.
Clear for takeoff for Twister.
Uniform Alpha Foxtrot 440, Alpha package, line up 27.
Copy, Alpha package, line up 27.
Uniform Alpha Fox 440, Alpha package 27, clear for takeoff. The wind is 2509 knots.
Copy, Alpha package, clear for takeoff. Copy, wind.
German Air Force Mike 51, Fairford Tower.
German Air Force Mike 51, ready taxi.
Roger, lead a vehicle for the German Air Force Tornado down on green.
Fairford ground of Black Eagles, I have to departure first to Airway 2 because I have landing on Farnborough 11:15.
Hey, firm, you are clear takeoff, tank Victor 77, the wind now 26010.
Takeoff, Victor 77.
Swiss 507, hold at the holding point, contact Fairford Tower 124.8.
Holding point 124.8.
Where are you at, Bravo?
Leader 5 in the Tornado, but the VC-10's a little way behind us.
And especially
Can you catch
for our very own LT Viper pilot.
Leader 5, advise when you have the full package.
Leader 5.
Can you ask the KC-135 pilot, when he turns this corner, minimal power as the aircraft, the Maul, is parked on his left-hand side?
DC-91, copy.
Swiss 507, you are...
There you go, LT Viper pilot.
Wind,
Special for you. I knew you would love
11 knots,
that.
clear to visual circuit, then Fairford West departure.
Phil Tovey, good to see you as well.
Visual circuit and Fairford West departure, Swiss Air Force 507.
Also, hi to John.
Sure, it's runway 27. The surface wind is 24010 knots.
And a very big thank you to John Robinson.
Oh, no, I've got it now. 29...
John, if you watch this sometime, hey, a big thank you to that fantastic donation you sent across the other day. Thank you so much. Also, hi to Carl. Hi, Carl. Nice to see you.
Runway 2.
Andy Inge.
Tornado backtrack. You'll be vacating at Charlie North.
Sorry, Gary Inge. I do apologise.
Leader 5, hold short of Charlie North to allow 2 F-16s and a KC-135 to cross ahead of you, please.
Leader 5, roger. KC-135, 2 F-16s, contact.
Okay. Foxtrot, line up and wait, runway 27.
And don't forget, if you'd like to see the full versions of any of these videos, they're all available right now on Airshow World. Just do a search for Royal International Air Tattoo Departures, and I'm sure you'll find it.
Wind is 26010 knots.
Confirm German Air Force 838 is clear for takeoff.
A firm, clear for takeoff, sir. Thanks for your patience. The wind is 26010.
German Air Force 838, runway 27, clear for takeoff. Goodbye.
DC91, your frequency after departure will be 134.55.
13455, DC91.
DC91, that's correct. And just waiting for the wake turbulence behind the 310. I'll call you back.
91, copy.
Now India from Mach 1428 is ready departure, holding point of Foxtrot 2427.
Thank you, Andy. Off Mike 1428, that's copy.
Morning, Pilot 10 with you, Bravo.
Pilot 10, roger.
One lead of him.
DC91 via holding point Foxtrot North, line up 27.
Line up 27, DC91.
Wilco, I'm happy to depart from this location. Please look back to you.
Hey, good evening to Laura Collins.
010 knots.
Ina B.
Enter 27 backtrack, Pilot 10 with follow me 1.
India Alpha Mike 1428, line up and wait only, runway 27. There are aircraft backtracking.
India Alpha Mike 1428, line up only, the runway 27.
India Alpha Mike 1428, runway 27 clear for takeoff. The surface wind is 2509 knots.
India Alpha Mike 1428, clear for takeoff.
North departure 3726.
Hey, firm, lead a vehicle for the B2. Leader 5, roger, take the B2 to holding point Foxtrot North.
Leader 5.
Death 11, follow leader vehicle number 5 to the holding point, runway 27.
27, Death 11.
We'll be giving away to 3 Norwegian F-16s.
5, roger, covered.
Leader 8, you're first.
Check, thank you, Leader 8.
Other station calling, say again?
That's the Hawker Hunter Firefox, ready for taxi.
Change your plan now, please. Leader 5, you taxi first. Leader 8, give way to the B2.
Leader 8, Wilco. Leader, copied.
Death 11, follow number 5. Firefox Hunter, taxi to holding point Charlie South.
Get a Charlie South Firefox.
That's correct. Firefox, report when you're at Charlie South.
Okay, Firefox.
Death 11, hold taxi behind the VC10. Contact Fairford Tower now, please, on 338.225.
338.225.
And Grand Osix 41, we are marshaled inside from Apron Orange.
Okay, you'll be taxiing to holding point Charlie South. Hold behind the Hunter.
Hold behind Hunter, Belgian Air Force 431.
Climb flight level 100 and heading 320 Diana.
I see them.
The one who just got there, he doesn't want to pass the F-15, but he can get past if he comes to his right with me.
Okay, Belgian Air Force 431, follow the vehicle number 1.
Belgian 41 is visual with the follow me number 1. We'll follow them to Charlie 1 South.
Firefox Hunter and Belgian Air Force 431, cross runway 27 south to north.
Oh, Firefox. Belgian Air Force 41 crossing south to north.
Surface winds 240 degrees, 10 knots.
Delta 1's clear for takeoff 27.
And don't forget, if you'd like to see the full version of this particular video, it's available right now on Airshow World. Enjoy this.
Region 325 Bravo, clear for takeoff runway 27, wind 260 degrees, 10 knots.
Preparations are well underway to hold the Victory Show 2021 over the weekend 3rd to the 5th of September 2021, held over a 100-acre site at Foxlands Farm, Cosby, Leicestershire. The Victory Show has something for everyone, from reenactment camps, 1940s vehicles, static World War II aircraft, all of this, plus an air show and so much more. Just visit thevictoryshow.co.uk website for tickets and more information. There we go, just a little advert I've done for the guys over there who are running the Victory Air Show at, it's over at Cosby in Leicestershire. So that is something I will be filming right the way through on every single day. And also, Julie will be there as well. We're going to have a bit of a party and, oh boy, it is something really looking forward to. In fact, tonight we were supposed to be having a bit of a mad crazy time over at this balloon festival. That's what we were supposed to be doing this evening, and hopefully we were supposed to be doing a live show from there. But unfortunately, for circumstances out of our control, it was cancelled early in the week. That was the balloon festival, but what you just saw there, that little advert, that is definitely on, and that, as you saw, will be taking part on the first weekend in September, from the 3rd to the 5th of September. So if you'd like to book tickets, it's simple enough to do. In fact, I will put a link in the chat in just a moment. In fact, I think if you look under the video, there's probably a shortcut there, but don't worry, I'll put a link in the chat room very, very soon. Right, hey, well, what have we been up to in the last week? Well, it's been pretty busy for the Bear over here. Last Sunday, both myself and Steve, we went over to a fantastic air show. First time I've ever been. It was at Old Warden. That was last Sunday, and if you were with us on Monday evening, I did a highlights show for you about all of that. But coming up very, very soon, I'll be doing a full video of that. So look out for that. Make sure if you subscribe to Airshow World, you've got those notifications actually working. You'll know the moment we put something new out. Right! What have we got coming up for you right now? Well as going to air shows and what have you last weekend, last Saturday and Sunday are very good. Julie, she went out and about with her camera, and she went over to Alton Park to get some of these videos, and she managed to get some exclusive access, places where you don't normally get, and people you can meet. So let's see what she got up to right now over there at Alton Park. So hey, Julie, take it away. Let's have a look. And I think you're
Hi, I'm Colin Turkington. You're watching Airshow World.
Only Colin Turkington, 4 times touring car champion. Thank you very much, Colin. So just a moment ago, we saw the Ginettas Right now, these are the lead-in for Formula One racers. Young kids, anywhere between, 16, 17, driving these real scary, super fast things. They're the Formula 4s. And right now, this is one of the British touring cars. And now, for a bit of action. And these are those cars we saw earlier that were just going out of the pits, those Ginettas. This was the junior version of them. Coming up on this next clip. Watch this closely. Here we go. And some great photographs as well. Well, you certainly got some exclusive access. Thank you so much, Julie. You certainly came up trumps with these. And also, another special message coming up in just a moment. Who else did you manage to get hold of?
Hi, I'm Rick Parfitt Jr. and you are watching Air Show World.
Yep, you heard it correct. That's Rick Parfitt Jr., the son of the famous Rick Parfitt who used to be in Status Quo. That's his son, and absolutely brilliant. So if you're out and about, watch out for a crazy lady with a camera. She'll probably get you to say something and say hi to Asia World. Thank you so much. I absolutely loved that. It was brilliant. Well done, Julie. Okay, we're going to keep the show rocking and rolling. Let's get back to some aircraft action. And right now, you'll notice these. They're not going to fly. Unfortunately, they can't fly anymore, but it's some Jaguars doing a bit of a taxi run down at Cosford. Also, some more aircraft from Cosford coming up that I think you might enjoy, including the Vulcan. It's coming up for you. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Hotel Kilo, Cosford, good afternoon, runway 06, QFE 1005. If you hold it, the reservoir will bring you in shortly.
Thanks very much there, Andrew Austin. That's a really nice comment you put into the chat room. Yes.
I'd like to join wide base to 06.
That will be approved.
Hey Karen, how the devil are you doing? Good to see you in the chat room.
Taxiing down the runway now.
Oh, if only I could get down to Bournemouth. Where am I going to be? When is it, Andy? What's the date of that air show?
Freedom and the like. So the Jaguars taxiing back down the runway to return to their parking spaces. But what a pleasure to see them. I'm glad we did eventually see them. So they can...
Well, Steve, SHGP,
controls that you would normally...
he's also going to the Victory show down there in Leicestershire. So tell me, young man, what you doing? Are you camping down there or whatever?
And took off and flew somewhere exciting to a secret airfield somewhere so that it could fly on to the future. Some place like Hot Swigley near Manchester. I'm sure there must be a secret airfield there with a runway that a Jaguar could land on. It's a good thought.
Radio check.
Station con your cadets again.
Okay, guys, just a radio check. Thought I'd lost you.
Hotel Kilo, if you want to feed in now, position downwind right hand for runway 06. I may have to orbit you if I want to orbit downwind, but expect the runway to clear shortly.
Roger that. Just about to coming into the left hand down, right hand downwind for 06.
Job one day. So we're looking for what will look suspiciously like a Messerschmitt 109, but will actually be a Bouchon, which is the Spanish version of the Messerschmitt 109, but very hard.
Okay, Roger, thanks very much. What runway vacated?
Mark, take care. Always good to see you, mate. And yeah, have a beer as well.
Hotel Kilo is
or two, or three.
Wind 3607 knots.
Roger.
Okay. Display, good afternoon, wing walk formation, holding to the north.
Wing walk formation, Cosford display, good afternoon to runway 06 right. QFE is 1005 with one on finals. Expect to call you in shortly.
Roger, and the QFE 1005 wing on.
Vic Norman and his amazing team live and work, although they're
He's going to be camping there, Julie. Oh dear. Sounds like it could be good fun.
But not just biplanes, each biplane... Starting at about 160 knots, 184 miles an hour, and accelerating up to 300 knots. And pulling away off to our left to come straight in from the far side of the airfield. And the noise there comes.
Well, Steve, you'll have to make sure you get some beers and what have you, hey? Hey, I'll bring the coconut tea along. That's fair enough, isn't it? So it sounds like we're going to have a bit of a party down there at the Victory Show.
Of course, the Concorde one has reheats. This is not a supersonic aeroplane, the Vulcan. But if you look at the shape, and if you extend that shape by about 1 3/4, you do actually get recognisably Concorde. The shape that was to become Vulcan, first drawn on a scruffy piece of paper in 1946 by the man who designed the fantastic Lancaster, Roy Chadwick. He died in 1947 in a crash, and he never saw his brilliant design fly. Nor did he see it become the first successful operational delta-winged aircraft in the world. Rather like R.J. Mitchell not seeing his Spitfire into RAF service. So watch now as Bill Ramsey takes the aircraft into a spiral climb. Got it, the famous Vulcan howl. There are different explanations for how that happens. The easiest is that people say it's a bit like blowing over the top of a Coke bottle.
Hey, Robert K. So much appreciate that. He's put an amazing donation into the chat room. Thank you.
Was a significant player in that ending of the Cold War. She was kept on after Vulcans actually went out of service as part of the Vulcan display flight.
And as always, I've got to say a big thank you to everybody that puts the donations in. It is so much appreciated, and it helps. It certainly helps the diesel, helps the cost of the air shows and what have you, so thank you so much.
Doors opening, and you'll see that capacious bomb bay that carried 21 Jonathan Lazari, the AEO, is opening the bomb bay as she goes by. And that, of course, is the heart of the bomber. And that was the bomb load that Martin Withers, sitting in the right-hand seat today, took the more than 7,000 miles down to the Falkland Islands from Ascension Islands, 7,000 miles round trip. He was supported by 11 Victor tankers. And he had 18 refuelings in order to get that bomb load to the Falkland Islands and bomb the runway at Port Stanley. He dropped all 21 1,000-pound bombs and they hit the runway with 2, and that was about par for the course because these were dumb wartime bombs. If you wanted to make sure of hitting a point target, you had to have lots of overkill. So they did what they were supposed to do, and they eventually got back. Martin Withers was awarded the DFC, and it was a turning point in the Falklands War. It gave the Argentines pause for thought, and they didn't station their fast jets on the Falkland Islands, which was significant in the prosecution of the war.
Mark wants to know, how do you donate? It's simple. Under the chat, you see there's a little dollar icon. You just hit that, or you can use PayPal. Oh, Kirk, yes, I know. East Kirby is on tomorrow. I was going. But unfortunately, all the tickets are sold. So unfortunately, I can't make it now, which is a great shame. I was really hoping to be able to be there. Never mind.
As you can see, she's as maneuverable as
Since last pass.
After she left the...
Falcons inbound for the last pass. Falcon, roger.
See, she can whisper by when she's not making lots of noise.
Display brought toward 6-4 with it.
Good afternoon, runway 06 in use, 21005, last pass for the week.
Roger, we're turning in at the lane, take about another 30 seconds to get back on.
Right now, time to go in cockpit with our very own Chris Brady. That's coming up for you. He's got a quick message.
Also, Roger, you've got a formation to the northeast of you, 3 miles and manoeuvring.
Hello everybody, my name's Chris Brady and this is Airshow World.
Thank you very, very much indeed there, Chris. And that was inside the A320. He flies for EasyJet, and it just so happens, around about a month ago, I filmed this at East Midlands Airport. It was the first time that the EasyJet came back to East Midlands Airport after a gap of around about 11 years, doing a regular flight again. So thank you so much, Chris, for sending that, and to everybody else that sent these brilliant Airshow World dedication messages. Thank you. And also thank you to Michaela. Hey, Michaela, we love you to bits. Puts a really kind donation into the chats. Thank you. And Jane, hey, we've got more civil aircraft coming up in just a minute, but a slightly different sort of civilian aircraft. You will see what I mean. If I send oil spills to you and a Boeing 727, you may get the answer. Also on the messages this evening, hi to Laura. Always good to see you, Laura. I'm not going to burst into song this week, I promise you. And of course, yeah, definitely check out Chris Brady's YouTube channel. Got lots of technical information about the Boeing 737 and also some wonderful in-flight cockpit video footage, which, hey, we show you first right here on Airshow World. Expect more coming very, very soon from our very good Chris. Michaela, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. We've got around about 5 minutes of the show left. And still some great videos still to come. Piotr, good to see you as well. Thank you for putting the message in. And right now, coming up for you, information with the blades as well. 2XL style. We have that oil spill response aircraft, the Boeing 727. That's coming up for you in just 5 seconds from now. Hey, King Henry, thank you so much for sending that PayPal donation across. Thank you very, very much. So much appreciated. I never ask for donations, but hey, if you'd like to put one in, it's simple. Either into the chat room with the dollar icon, or on the first page of Airshow World, you'll see this little tiny icon there. It says PayPal. It's as easy as that. And thank you so much, everybody.
Contract to supply Oil Spill Response Limited with a dispersant spray aircraft for any worldwide oil contingencies. So the aircraft that you can see here, this is GOSRB. It's one of the last 727s produced by Boeing, and it was specifically manufactured for FedEx for its domestic cargo operations.
Kirk, that is so much appreciated. Thank you so much for your really kind, lovely message in the chat room. That's Kirk Ferrari.
Shareholders of the company are oil companies such as BP. And the role of the 70
Blades are holding crowd rear. Blades powered.
Traffic manoeuvring 1 mile west of you, 1,000 above.
Don't lose sight of the Airband now. It was chosen for its range, dash speed and stability. Plus it has 3...
Gary Inge, thank you very much for the kind messages as well. As you can imagine, it takes a long time to put these Friday night shows together, so it's wonderful to see the lovely messages. And great to know you enjoying the show, so thank you.
Over the sea where there's been an oil slick, and it will spray the oil slick with approximately 17 tons of fluid in a suitable pattern to actually break the oil down and disperse it so as not to cause as little environmental hazard as possible.
Jane, it certainly is a very noisy aircraft. Quite often it flies right over the top of my good self here at East Mids Airport, quite high. I look up and go, aha, I know what that is.
Built in 1984. That one is currently undergoing modifications to accept a newly developed and advanced spray system.
Also, thank you to Morris. Please, you've enjoyed the show tonight.
And that system is actually being designed and manufactured, fitted and...
Don't forget, if you want to keep the aviation theme going, why not, after this show, pop over to the guys over there on Plain Talking UK podcast. If you go across, they've got a chat room, they're going out live, and say, hey, I've just popped across. Stu Bear told me to come over from Airshow World.
Commanding for 51 Squadron during the final years of the Nimrod R1.
But for tonight, that just about wraps things up. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Keep on watching, keep on supporting Airshow World. You're the ones that make the difference. Thank you so much.
Also on board today we have flight engineer Mike Goodliffe. Mike joined RAF Holton as an apprentice and served for 8 years. He's since flown many aircraft types and has also worked for British Airways, Virgin Atlantic and British Caledonian before coming to join 2XL Aviation.
Thanks, Andy. No problem. In fact, I bet Andy was at this very air show. I know he used to like Cosford as well.
Now, the 727 is going to bend its way back down towards us, so if you're down there at the front of the crowd line, make sure you've got...
And Andy, good luck. Okay, mate? You know what I'm saying.
Straight turn now, the aircraft's going to come past us, and this is in landing configuration, just above landing speed, so make sure you get a good photo of this one, nice close up of GOSRB.
Also, thanks to Clive for watching this evening. Thanks for the messages, Clive. And thank you especially for sending that brilliant drone footage. Is it absolute genius with that camera and that drone? Those flying things scare the life out of me. And expect more from Clive coming up over the next few weeks. And of course, don't forget, if you want to see more of this full video, all you got to do, Airshow World, first page, type in Cosford Airshows and you'll find the whole lot. From memory, I think it was around about 2013.
Display back already. 1 and 2 copy, gas station 06
And that's target 1 complete, and out.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Well, with the advert, you know what that means. That is just about it for the Friday night let's have a look, 68-minute show? It gets longer each week. But I have to stop the video every now and again, as you know, just to say hi to all the fantastic people in the chat room. So thank you, everybody. I've said it many times. It's all down to you guys in the chat room. It's got to be the friendliest chat room in the whole of the internet. Absolutely love you. You're brilliant. You make it all worthwhile. So thank you. Also, thank you to everybody that's put the brilliant donations in, and it certainly helps so much. And we've had James in the chat room as well tonight. Karen, good to see you. Shane Smith, you've got exactly 30 seconds before I close up. But hey, you can keep on chatting for around about 5 minutes in the chat room. So hey, feel free to do that. And to everybody, you take care. Michaela, she's been with us. She says, thanks for a great show. Michaela, it's an absolute pleasure. As I said, it's all thanks to you guys. Don't forget, keep on buying the tea and coffee. You get 15% off, as the advert says. But the code, don't forget, it's uppercase. It is AIRSHOW. It's all one word. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. The next scheduled show is not until next Friday night, but who knows? I could be live at any time. Hopefully, a couple of times next week, I shall be over there at right here, where I actually am based, at East Midlands Airport. So look out for the live shows. Could be live anytime. If we've got a nice sunny evening, we'll certainly go for it. But Kirk, the last message is going out tonight to Kirk Ferrari. Kirk, many happy returns to you. I hope you've had a fantastic birthday, and to everybody else, thank you. Keep on watching, keep on supporting Airshow World. We will see you next time. Thank you. Good night.